Welcome to Escaping Purgatory, a podcast where we rewatch Supernatural, then talk it through in the hopes we can finally escape this show.
Join us each week and leave comments on upcoming episodes, and together we can escape Supernatural Purgatory. Hello.
Hello. Oh, I have two things to say up front.
Go.
One is that I'm sick,
Okay.
so I sound awful. And two is that I'm drinking mulled wine, which will give you no indication of what time of year we're recording this, because I just have a stash of mulled wine for the entire year.
I mean, it will be after we finish season 7, so I think that's
Yes.
about as good a hint as any.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's the energy going into this.
What a way to start season 8. That was yes, I'm for it. There were elements of this that I'm like, oh yeah, I forgot this and I forgot that. And also, I don't know how I'm going to feel about Dean in this season, because for me, it doesn't start out strong. His attitude is all over the place. I don't know what his motivations are right now. Does he not realize he's going to cock everything up with his decisions?
I mean, that is just his personality. I mean, season 8 is kind of like he's returned from the front, right?
Yeah.
You know, he's back from the trenches and all that entails. So I'm gonna forgive him. I mean, he's my specialist boy, so like it's easy. But yeah, I do kind of understand.
Yeah, so will I. And he's going to do something like so redeeming that I'm going to be like, oh, fine, it's fine. But I think I'm sour over Kevin, and it just shows in this episode how much they've messed up everything, and like they just make it worse by the end of this episode, in my opinion. Honestly, I think had they just left him alone, he would have been fine.
Yeah. Oh, for real.
Yeah.
You're definitely supposed to take that away from this.
Yeah. So name of the episode and all that. Season 8, episode 1. We need to talk about Kevin, which we do. Written by Jeremy Carver and directed by Robert Singer, which you could absolutely tell in this episode, because those slow zoom-ins to each of those characters for their flashbacks was the best thing about this episode. Not really, but visually the best thing about this episode, because honestly, I was just like, what is with these like wartime flashbacks? You know, the only person who, I mean, they're all sharing their traumatic experiences, right? But I feel like in the scale of like, and you shouldn't compare trauma, but they're not real people, so I didn't say that. But like, hitting a dog is like way down, and Sam's face for when his flashbacks come up, I'm like, you've got someone who is like now probably about 17, 18 years old, who's had to like deal with demons in a whole new worldview. You've got another guy who was in war 24/7, didn't really eat, drink or sleep, and then you hit a dog, which is awful, which is absolutely is awful. But
yeah, it's good. I think this is the flashback episode. Like, whenever I thought that's enough flashbacks, there was always like one more.
I was like, why?
Yeah.
Is there not another way to? I guess there isn't. There is another way to do this, and it's very exposition-y without it really needing to be. And
also, they're keeping stuff from each other, right?
Yes.
So they can't explain to each other what's going on in their flashbacks. That's why they had to do it this way, presumably. But yeah, they properly info dump in this episode.
Yeah.
About all the things that have occurred between the end of season 7 and the beginning of season 8. Like, let's get you up to speed, guys.
Exactly. But then also, we're going to tell you bits and pieces throughout the episode, throughout the season. But you need to know these very basic things, like right now. Like, the woman that Sam was leaving was not just a random hookup.
Oh yeah, she was what's her name?
Amelia.
I would say Emily. I was close. It was like an anagram. Amelia. Spaghetti lady.
Yeah. Yeah, she's not very nice, is she?
Like, I don't know. Amelia, she's like the worst. I don't know. Like, I feel like she's the worst female love interest in Supernatural.
Yes.
Because literally, it feels like, and from the flashbacks, feels like Sam saw the first random woman and was like, yeah, that one.
That one. Yeah. The one that kind of gives me... Yeah, like, I don't know, the way that she was... her sarcasm is not coming off correctly.
Yeah.
Right? Because, like, the way she's talking to her like, nurse assistant, of like, go get him his reward. It's like, that tone wasn't funny.
Yeah, I know.
It was just...
And also, like, I get Sam likes mean women, like Ruby, you know?
Yeah.
But yeah, you're right. I don't know. I will say now, Sam's story in this season is the weakest, probably ever, that we see. And also hilarious to me, personally.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's interesting. Because I feel like his story is like, he's almost pretending to be normal.
Again.
Like, he's like, okay, what are the things I need to be a normal guy? Dog, lady, done.
Yep. Not answer the phone.
Yeah. So, I love this episode. There are some real good bits in this.
Yes.
I cannot wait to talk about.
I know. Yep. I think I know one of the ones that we're gonna have a bit of a field day on.
Oh yeah.
I don't know if we want to continue being vague and get into it, or if there's anything else.
Let's get into it. Let's get into it. I've got things to say. Let's do it. Cool. I'm excited.
Cool. So we have the road so far, and it starts out by saying the family business, saving people, hunting things. So we're back into hunter mode for this season. And then we see the Impala speeding down the road from 723 with Jethro Tull's Locomotive Breath playing.
Do not know that song. I heard it, did not recognise it.
No, I didn't. It was good. I liked it. I did like it.
It's fine. It's a rock song.
It is a rock song. It's definitely a classic rock song. And a real classic rock song. Not something from the early 2000s. No. So there is a lot. It goes through basically the entirety of season 7 with some other earlier seasons sprinkled in too. I love that they started off by they didn't show the road so far first. They actually showed all these little bits first with them chopping off heads and Sam killing the clowns, and then they showed the road so far. And season 8, season 8 is good because of their I know we're usually for a splat, right, for the intro,
right? Yeah.
But the tablet writing, I don't know, it's got a special place. So good.
It's good.
It's very good. So we see Cass being possessed by the Leviathan and then killing everybody, and also returning all the souls into purgatory.
Yeah.
We get a montage of all the Leviathan and saying Dick is coming, which still makes me laugh because it's funny. Bobby's death and his possession of the housekeeper, and then them burning the flask and Dean's reaction to his Bobby going up in flames.
Yeah.
We get Kevin's introduction and the tablet introduction with the word of God and how to kill the Leviathan. We also get the alpha vampire talking about where all monsters are coming from. So this is way back in season 6 now.
Oh yeah.
Bobby describing it as the backside of your worst nightmare. I love that. And then we get to round it all out. We get the end of the last episode, so 723, which I've already forgotten the name of, actually. Survival of the Fittest.
Oh, yes.
And it's Crowley. So Dean and Cass getting exploded into purgatory. Crowley telling Sam that he's all alone as he grabs Kevin. And then we get Dean and Cass together in purgatory.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah. And then we're suddenly in the woods. In a 100-mile acre woods. No. Wrong place. And it says 1 year later. And there's a man and a woman in a tent and they're asleep. And suddenly there's this bright light in the middle of the woods. And the woman wakes up and like shakes her boyfriend to go look outside to see what it is.
Yeah. That's so fair.
Yeah. Yeah. If you're going to take me outside into the woods, you better be able to protect me in the woods because I ain't doing it. Right?
Yeah. I don't know. There's no bears here, but I don't know. What's big animals here? A goose? A large goose? These are scary. They hiss at you and bite you and stuff.
They do. Yeah, they're not friendly. Not at all.
No, not at all.
So the guy's name is Will, I guess. That's what it says in transcript, but he goes out there and he's like, oh, it's just a deer, don't worry about it. And then we see Dean. Oh, I love this shot of Dean where he's just like covered in blood and gook.
Yeah. My very first thought is he's been wearing those clothes, including those underpants, for a year.
He was in purgatory. Like, you don't sweat, you don't have any bodily functions because you're technically dead.
I guess, yeah, you're probably right actually, because I was like, how are those clothes not like falling off, just degrading?
Right.
Yeah, it's just, I guess it's a different realm of existence. I'll accept it.
That's just me pulling an answer out of my butt because I have no idea, because you are correct, and that's also something I don't really want to think about.
Yeah, it's gross. It's really gross because he's all grossed up, and I'm like, you're being all grossed up for like a year, but maybe that's just purgatory grime, and it's different to regular grime.
It could be.
It kind of makes sense because he fights some vampires later on that are like dressed like they're from oldie times, and their clothes haven't disintegrated.
That's true.
So I guess purgatory magic keeps your clothes intact.
Well, so they're all
maybe
souls.
You're right. Yeah.
So that is but he's not technically not a soul because he's
physically there. Yeah.
Weird. I don't know. It's because you're right. Like he gets into fights, any time of the day. Like his clothes are going to be torn, and like that would have been funny to see. Like have him like look like Ripley from like Alien when like all her clothes get ripped off already, or even Padme, right? When her like
exactly.
Just give us the female sci-fi torn clothes look.
James T. Kirk, the boob window.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. I feel like he could have been dressed in other clothes, and there would have been an explanation for that of like, oh, he took clothes off the dead monsters that he killed.
Yeah,
because bodily stuff does happen. Because Cass grew a beard, so like he would be stinking. And I just want everyone to appreciate that. That's all I'm thinking.
Okay, but here's the thing. This is a huge spoiler, right? Cass gets him through the portal, right?
Yeah.
Cass fixed his clothes.
Oh yeah, maybe Cass did it.
Yeah.
I don't know. There are other flashbacks in Purgatory. My true thought is they didn't really think about it.
Yeah, absolutely. No, they didn't think about it. They just accepted that people would just not think about it.
Except me. I think about it. I'm like, how do you think it was a deer? They should have spelled it from like a yard away.
Right? Yeah.
Sorry. I'm so bringing the tone down. But like, anyway.
It's so true though. Because like even if he like managed to have like a break and was able to wash his clothes in a river or something, like he's not a seamstress or like he hasn't got patches or anything like that. So like his clothes are technically very neat.
Oh yeah, I say he does look hot in this scene because I feel like women do love like a grimy man. I know I'm talking general, but it's also true.
Yeah,
but I feel like it's because we want to take him home and like put him in the shower.
Yes. Or I would take him to a river before I even get him home.
Oh yeah, just wait in there.
Get clean up your butt crack and let's go.
It's so nasty. Yeah. But yeah, Yeah, we're gonna go with Purgatory Magic. It's fine. Yeah, and he just came back at the moment that he left. You know, just a little dirtier.
So okay, what if the grime and stuff is actually from Dick and their fight beforehand?
Yeah.
So like
the splatter,
right? So whatever he looked like going into Purgatory is how he looked while he was in Purgatory.
Actually, you're correct. I think that's the case. Mm-hmm. I do. Yeah.
Cass is a whole different thing though, because growing a beard is angel magic.
I feel like that could be like a philosophical beard, because he technically is an angel, right?
Yeah.
So if he chooses not to grow a beard, it doesn't grow. So he was like, I'm scruffy in the woods, I need to grow a beard. I feel like that's his state of mind.
And also to disguise himself somewhat. I mean, the clothes will give it away, but...
I mean, yeah. I do think it's like, a state of mind thing. Like, I am a scruffy man in the woods now.
Absolutely. No.
Yeah.
So, Dean the first thing he says is,
"Where am I? What?"
And Dean's triggered when the woman comes out of the tent and he like points a gun at her and he asks where the road is and he points in the direction. He says it's 12 miles that way. I thought he was going to steal a car, or it's like steal their car.
Yeah, I thought so too.
But he just steals their backpack, which is just as bad. Well, no, it's not really.
Depends how far out in the woods they are. Like, might be fine.
Yeah. But if they have a car, then well, I guess they might not actually have a car. They might just be hiking out there, but like, why would you do that?
He only took one backpack. You should always carry enough for two anyway.
Yeah. I mean, they did have their tent up, so maybe like that was just their other one. I don't know.
Yeah.
No clue. And then Styx's Man in the Wilderness plays, and I was like, Amy, it's your song.
I'm so glad you remembered, because I was like, it's my song. Okay. This... I didn't realise they'd used this. I'd forgotten about this. So I was like, if they never use this in Supernatural, who decided not to, but they did, and it's fine. This is the Dean song. Yes. Like, forget Carry On, forget whatever Led Zeppelin you're thinking of. This is the song. And you need to just listen to it. That's everybody's homework, by the way, is to go and listen to this song. Because the lyrics are amazing. And it doesn't even some of it is like, doesn't even go through the lyrics I think of when I think of Dean, because it's like, there's one bit that says, I'm a lonely soldier, like off to die. And I'm like, oh my god, it's so good. Like, honestly, go listen to Styx.
So it does get into that when he gets to...
Oh, it does?
Yeah. So Man in the Wilderness starts to play, which I only know really well now because it is actually on my playlist of like regular songs. So like, thank you for...
It's a good song as well. It is actually a genuinely good song.
And Jensen needs to cover it, but he hasn't done it yet.
That was my real gripe. Yeah. Let's just I don't know, slide
Jason Mann's
DMs. Like,
send him a message, but nicely, and don't harass him.
No, I think convention question. This is adding to your list, your homework. If you ask, because maybe they don't know that this is the song. Yeah, they need to cover.
Exactly.
Like, I'd like to see a radio company cover of this. I actually genuinely would.
I think it'd be really good.
Yeah, it'd be really good. This is right at like Jensen's like vocal range as well.
Yep.
Like it'd be so good.
It'd be so So let me go through. So he is now in a car and he's being he's hitchhiked for 4 days from Maine to Louisiana for some reason, we don't know what. And he's walking through like the backwoods essentially of Louisiana looking for a specific spot. And he gets to this specific spot, and this is where it says, I'm a lonely soldier off to war, sent away to die. Like,
right?
Never knowing why. Sometimes it makes no sense at all. Like,
you can't see our facial expressions, but it's like, well, it's obviously a Dean song.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I have something else to say, not related to the song, but I feel like it's been a minute since I mentioned windmills. anyone who's been listening for a long time, there is a theme of windmills in Supernatural. And this windmill in particular, I feel is an important windmill, but I can't prove it. So I'm just going to put a pin in it and be like, I think they come back here many times, this particular windmill.
It feels familiar.
Right?
Yeah.
I think this windmill is where Cass comes back after season 12. I think this is where he resurrects and appears.
Interesting.
But I'm like, I can't prove it. That's only me in my remembrance of Supernatural.
Wasn't a windmill what basically got us to this point too in real life?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I went on a walk. I've told her I went on a long walk, angry about this end of season Supernatural, and there was a big windmill, and I was like, "That's a Supernatural windmill," and I was thinking about it a lot.
Yeah.
And then I was like, "We should do a podcast."
Yep.
So, yeah.
Here we are.
I live somewhere where there's lots of windmills. Probably giving. I don't know. You would think not that many here, but apparently so. So, yeah.
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 So,
but yeah, I was one to visually remember this area.
Mm-hmm.
Feel like it's important. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, because for some reason it was giving the where they kept meeting Crossroads demons as well.
Yes,
they were also
that too.
windmills too. Yeah, I think.
Yeah,
or a similar structure. Anyway, yes. So he walks he does a few paces, he's counting on purpose, clearly on a task, and his arm is starting to bother him. You see it as he's walking, he's holding it every so often. He then starts digging up the ground, and I was like, I know who's coming. We all do. He then gets out and he rolls up his sleeve once he's exposed some bones, and you see it's all glowy.
Yeah,
you see that it's all glowy, and he cuts his arm open and starts doing a spell, and drops gloops of whatever.
Yeah.
Then there's a dude who's right behind him. And he just goes, wow, that was fast. It's no thanks to you. What the hell took so long? I love Betty's accent in this.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if it's a real one. I don't know if it's a real Louisiana accent. I've never met anybody from Louisiana, born and raised. So I hope it's real, because it's lovely.
Do we think that it's a Interview with a Vampire reference, that he's from Louisiana?
Oh, maybe. But so the reason why Lestat goes there is because he's French. So Louisiana has a very large French population. So
yeah, I just wondered because I don't know. I just thought it was. I think when you think of American vampires, you think of New Orleans vampires. Well, that's Benny. I didn't know if it was just they would thought that would be funny.
I mean,
or a little reference. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because no, that's not Ty's accent. I don't believe.
No, I don't think so. I think he just has American.
Yeah, American.
They basically get reacquainted, and it's all very tense. Yeah. And then you see that this guy, Benny, he's not given a name yet. Opens his mouth, and he sees that you see his vampire teeth descend. Mm-hmm. And Dean doesn't really react to that, so you're supposed to be like, what?
I thought this yeah. I was like, we're supposed to feel more shocked than we are watching this, because he's been all against monsters the last season, except I know they're buddies, so you don't feel the shock the second or third time.
No, not at all. What's crazy though is what he says later on in this episode to Sam.
Yeah.
The double standards of Dean in this episode. He is giving himself the excuse of basically wartime crimes are okay.
Oh yeah.
And wartime pacts are okay. But you have a different standard to I. But it's just no.
Yeah. He is such a hypocrite, but also, I think that kind of stands for him.
That's true. That's very true. Yeah. So they're trying to figure out what they're going to do next, and
this is goodbye. Keep your nose clean, buddy. You hear me?
They handshake, and it's clear that they have a really good bond, because Benny says to him, says to Dean,
We made it, brother. I can't believe it.
That's not nothing to call somebody brother in this show.
Yeah.
And then they laugh and hug, and like Dean's like super happy. He's got like a huge smile on his face. Like,
I think you're supposed to be super like shocked, like, oh my god, why is he hugging a vampire?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Because then Dean finishes it out by saying, "You and me both," and it's just like, da, da, da. Obviously, anybody who's listened to like, I think season 6, we were talking about Benny, so.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
It's no surprise.
Mm. And then we get the really awesome supernatural. I don't know how to describe what it looks like, but it's all like flickery with the word of God. That's the word I was looking for.
It reminds me of Jack, actually.
Oh, yeah.
Like his color, like that golden.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I feel like this golden's more orange than yellow.
Yeah, I can see that. Yeah.
So I do like
like
the distinction, I guess. Not really.
Well, it's like just like godlike power,
Yeah.
isn't it? That's why Jack has that color power. But yeah, I just thought, oh, we have ages to wait till we see Jack.
Right. I know.
I don't know why I think the place name Kermit is really funny.
It is really funny.
If their town mascot isn't Kermit the Frog, like what are they even doing? Why do they even live there? Like, what do they have a statue of Kermit the Frog?
They should do, but I think
they should.
Kermit. I think it's probably supposed to be a reference to Louisiana because Kermit is from the swamp.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense.
But
yeah.
I don't know.
I'm sure there's lots of places called lots of like the same thing in America because it's so big.
Mm-hmm.
But like, yeah. Anyway, Sam's in Kermit, Texas. He's packing a bag, leaving a woman and a dog behind.
Do you know what I wrote for this?
What?
I wrote, Sam is sad.
I'd actually also write a note. I've said, we've seen a year of Dean without Sam, and now we're going to get to see a year of Sam without Dean.
Yep.
And I put, it's more boring.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, it says something about the show that, like, having a normal life is the equivalent of, like, eating plain spaghetti.
Right, yeah, it is. And I think that's why they have problems with it. I mean, I do get that because, you know, maybe like soldiers coming back, whatever, do have trouble, like, just getting back into normal routine of life. Like, oh yeah, it's just kind of plain spaghetti now. Like, you know, that's a problem. That is a real issue. But like in Supernatural, they're constantly like striving towards the plain spaghetti life. And then I do feel like when they get there, they don't want it really. Yeah. You know?
Right.
But Tabasco.
Sometimes you just need a night of plain spaghetti. Sometimes you do.
Settle that tummy, you know.
you just need a night of carbs and kind of be done with it.
Yeah. Just get some sleep, guys.
Yeah.
Anyway. So yeah, he does a little pause of like he's sad, but it's not really. He takes the Impala away as well, and it looks like someone's watching him, but like that was never followed up on. I don't feel, was it?
No, I don't think
so.
Was it Cass?
It could have been Cass, but like again, it's not followed up on. No. I assumed it was Dean.
Me too, but like it doesn't make sense.
But it wasn't Dean.
No.
Yeah,
because Dean wouldn't know where he is. So
maybe it was just a camera angle. I don't know. Like it's weird.
Mm-hmm. Was someone watching Sam the whole time? Maybe.
Maybe next episode we'll find out, but I don't remember because the story's really boring in the season. No, to be fair to Sam, it gets very interesting near the end.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So yeah, he goes to Rufus's cabin, which again looks different. Like I swear it's in right.
I know.
Every time it says in here, it's like Rufus's cabin. I'm like, is it? Is it not just a cabin? Because like it doesn't look like any. Like it looks different every single time from the exterior. I swear.
And the interior this time too. Wow, that fridge. What was up with that fridge?
I don't. Well, maybe Sam was living there for a bit until we hit that dog. That's how I want to say it every time.
I know. Stupid memes, but I love it.
I love it. Yeah. So maybe it was that. Maybe Sam lived there for a bit, you know, or he was keeping it cool, keeping it good, just in case. I feel like he'd given up at that point that he was going to go back.
Yeah.
So Dean tackles him as soon as he goes in, and like they do the whole like, I'm not a demon, and Sam's like not bothered. He's like, well, you could be, I don't care.
What's so crazy? Like, Dean just pours borax over Sam's face. Of all things.
Oh yeah, he does.
I was like, oh my god.
Why his face? I think this is supposed to be leaning towards like, oh, he has a bit of like PTSD from like Purgatory, that he's so hyper vigilant about Sam possibly being a monster, and then proving to Sam that he's not a monster. Mm-hmm. I think also it's maybe a bit of like Dean proving to himself that he's not a monster now.
Yeah,
he's been in Purgatory for so long.
Mm-hmm.
It's layered.
Oh yeah,
this whole bit.
Yeah.
And like Sam reluctantly goes along with it. Eventually he does. I think Dean ends up like cutting his arm. But then they kind of look at each other.
I don't know whether to give you a hug or take a shower.
Owning to our next point. Yes. Or maybe that's because he put borax on his face. And then they do a Winchester hug. I feel like we haven't had them in a while. Maybe we have, but I didn't feel like this one.
No, because they haven't been separated. Not really.
Yeah. Little reunion hug. And Sam's like, you're alive. Can I just say how unbothered or unsurprised Sam sees at this whole thing? Like,
yeah, it was a little, it's the guilt, right? It's the guilt that he didn't come try and find him. So like, he's like, oh, bollocks.
I do think that. I also think like, it was a bit like when Dean was with Lisa. He was kind of waiting for the other shoe to drop. I feel like Sam was kind of like, well, yeah, he'll come back at some point. Yeah. And if he doesn't, like, fine. You know?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
It's very strange. Dean explains that he went to Purgatory, and they're saying it weird. They're saying it Purgatory. I cannot do it.
No.
Sorry. Can't believe we based our own podcast around that word that we say differently to how they say it on the show, but it's all good. We're in too deep.
We haven't had anyone say anything otherwise, so I think it's fine.
Just accept our accents. And Sam's like, you were there for a whole year? And Dean's like, yeah, I was. Sam asks how he got out. Dean gives a vague answer of like, whoever put him there didn't really want him there, so he managed to get out. Mm-hmm. Sam asks about Cass, and he does a little like dramatic walk away.
Oh my
He's
God.
like, hand to the forehead.
Yeah.
Cass. He's like, Cass didn't make it, and then just is really vague about that too. Yeah. Like, don't talk to me about it.
Things got pretty hairy towards the end, and he just let go.
Oh,
which is true. Well, Dean thinks it's true.
Yeah.
I love this unreliable narration in this season. It's really good. Of like, you cannot trust what either him or Cass are saying, like, because they both remember things wrong about what happened, because they were like traumatized. I love that in a show where they tell a whole story and then you go back and they're like, oh, that's what actually happened. I don't know why. I just love it. I love it so much.
Yeah. Like when he said that, I was like, they admit it right here.
Yeah. Also, the writers thought about this season and what they were going to do later on.
Yeah, they did. Yes. Oh my goodness. Well done. Round of applause, everybody.
So Sam asks if Cass is dead, and Dean says, I saw enough. So he doesn't actually know he's dead, which is true, because the whole thing with the portal, we'll get there.
Yeah.
Still think that's, yeah.
I mean, if you've seen our logo, which thank you, the Pixel Agora, Jay.
Oh yeah.
Like you know. you know
what's up. But yeah, this is the whole thing. I love that so much. Like, it's the epitome of their relationship is like in that portal scene.
Yep.
Just it sums up their whole deal. It really does. It really does. But we're a little way off. I'm not even going to start. So yeah, again, like Sam asks him again, and he's like, I saw it enough. And Sam's like, okay, all right. You know, Dean says to Sam, like, he can't believe that he's here too. You know, half his numbers were out of service. Like, he was leaving messages, no one was picking up, and Sam admits he didn't get them because he ditched the phones. And Dean is really like, what? I guess part of his reaction is so strong because like, one, he didn't look for him, but two, Bobby's dead, so like who's picking up that slack?
Yeah,
you know. So Sam says, I guess something happened to me too this year, like I don't hunt anymore. And Dean says, yeah, and Sasha Grey's gone legit, and I should understand this reference and I don't. Who's Sasha Grey?
I think she is an adult star.
Oh, okay, I see.
I think
and Sam's like, it's funny because she did actually do a movie, like a Sonderberg movie. Again, don't know. I assume it's a movie that is in cinemas. This is how we know Dean's off, because he doesn't like laugh at that or anything or like make another reference. He just says like, you quit. Sam has a whole spiel about like everyone was gone, you know, you, Cass, Bobby, Crowley had gone, Kevin was gone, Meg gone, everyone gone. Dean's like, you just turned tail on the family business. And Sam rightly says nothing says family quite like the whole family being dead.
Right. Like, Sam, like Dean, I get it. I do understand kind of his perspective, right? He's been fighting nonstop for a year to get out of purgatory. Kind of. Yeah. Kind of. There's a massive caveat with that. And like Sam has just been living sort of like a boring life. But Dean is will not change his view whatsoever. Like, no, it's I think I have an issue with his rigidness of this season. I think that's the problem.
I think so. Yeah. I mean, Sam seriously had no longer had any obligations to anyone. Like, he was free to do what he wanted, and he chose the plain spaghetti life. But like, I don't think anyone can be mad at him for that, because he genuinely didn't know if Dean was dead or if he was like transported somewhere or like what had happened.
Yeah, and he even says like
he had no one to help him.
Someone else would pick up the slack, that other hunters would come in because there are other hunters in the world.
Exactly. So I feel like we can't blame Sam. He does the exact same thing at the end of Supernatural, by the way. So
right,
and it's fine then, but apparently, Dean says to him he wasn't dead, so that argument doesn't stand that like the whole family was dead. You know, he's like killing monsters, which I thought is what we actually do. And Sam says,
what we do is the thing that got every single member of my family killed. I had no one. And for the first time in my life, I was completely alone. And honestly, I didn't exactly have a roadmap. So yeah, I fixed up the Impala and I just drove.
Hated that. Again, season finale vibes, or series finale vibes of the driving. And he's like, after you looked at me right. And you know that like meme of like Anakin and Padme? It's basically that. It's like, you looked at me right? And that's what it made me think of anyway. He says, you know, we always told each other not to look for each other. Like, that's smart. Good for you. Of course, we always ignored that because of our deep, abiding love for each other. I found this so funny. I was laughing through the whole thing. It was so bad.
Honestly, it does make like Dean's speech in the last series finale less meaningful, because he's like, I'm gonna tell you not to look for me, and I mean it this time. But does he really? No, of course not.
The thing is, the tone of this, it's like Sam went to like a burger place and like didn't pick him up anything. Right. Like, that's the tone of this argument of like, how dare you not also get me a burger? I am your brother. That is how this argument feels. Yeah, not right? That like he was abandoned for a year. Like it definitely has a not so serious but really serious vibe to it. Oh yeah, it's very strange. So Sam's like, you know, I'm still the same guy, Dean. And Dean says, well, bully for you, I'm not. He actually is, though. He is. He doesn't really change, ever. Apart from the fact he kind of likes monsters now, or at least has a buddy. Yeah, sure. And Sam's just like, welcome back. For a season opener, this is really, really good, because it's also setting the tone for how Sam and Dean are. Because the rest of the episode, they're not okay. Yeah, they're not okay. They're really like snippy with each other.
Mm-hmm.
Like this whole next segment, Dean's face. I swear, as an older sibling, I have made that face of like, well, what do you have to say for yourself? Yeah, because it's later in the night. Dean's clearly come back from wherever he stormed off to. Sam's asked if he wants dinner. He's like, no. He's listening to messages on Sam's phone that he abandoned.
Yeah. Which
presumably he still had. I would have like ditched them. That's just me.
Yeah, like, but at the same time, he's still... This is the thing. Had Dean not come back, Sam would have gone back to hunting.
Eventually, yeah.
It would have just... It comes naturally to him. Like, something would have happened. There would be that one story that he just couldn't ignore, that he would go back to hunting. So that's why he didn't actually ditch the phones and just, like, put them in a box.
And we know that because he kept and he drove the Impala.
Right.
Whereas in the series finale, he no longer drove the Impala.
Nope.
So Dean eventually, like, Dean's listening to this and his face, he's so good. He's like, you can tell when he's listening to stuff and his face gets like angry. Mm-hmm. And he switches the phone to avoid, like, whatever you call it. When you can listen to it, hear it out loud. Speakerphone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the one.
And it's a message from Kevin, like, oh, that he managed to escape. Can he help him? And Sam asked when it was, but instead Dean just plays another message. It's like, oh, I called you a week ago. Call me please. I don't know what I'm doing. And Sam's like, okay, do you want to do so? And then like Dean plays another message, and like Kevin's drunk, going like, woo. There's another message, and it's like 3 months since you ditched my ass. Haven't slept for more than 4 hours a night. It's all good in the hood. Hope if you're still alive, eat me. And this is another one saying, eat me.
So he...
oh yeah, he plays it again, doesn't he? Like rewinds on it. Yeah. He plays another message, and it's been 6 months. And he's like, if you're not dead, don't try and reach me. You won't be able to. I won't be calling this number anymore. And Dean is so mad.
Yes.
Because, he was our responsibility. You can answer the damn phone. I mean, you've never treated him well.
That was when I was like, come on. This is when I, like, yelled at... Yeah, I did. I yelled at this TV and said, fuck off. Because Dean doesn't care about Kevin. I don't know what... Like, I don't remember if there were any conversations. No, there wasn't, because he gets really confused about the tablets. But, like...
Yeah.
Even when they have Kevin in their care, he doesn't treat him any better. No. Even though he has this whole spiel about Sam abandoning him for a year or 6 months. But, like, Sam alone could not protect him.
No. It's like projected anger. It's the same thing, right? Like, he didn't come get him. He quit being a hunter. He shirked his responsibilities as far as Dean's, aware, thinking of. So, yeah, he's just mad overall that he quit hunting.
Right.
I think that he gave up. And Kevin's kind of the vessel for that.
Yeah.
So they go through it and they find out that Kevin was on a bus by listening to a message in a way that you cannot possibly extract that kind of audio from. No. Like that woman, like going, last stop Centerville. No way. No way.
Never, ever, ever.
So they figure out that he's in Michigan because his girlfriend goes to college there, and Dean's like, I like the fact they make a reference to like this was too easy. Like, oh yeah, could it be that? They decide they have to go check it out. Mm-hmm. So the next day we see them outside loading up the Impala. Sam like gives Dean back the keys, both metaphorically and physically. Dean kind of does it once over the Impala, and he's like, yeah, all right, it looks okay. And then they get in, and he's like, smell like dog to you? And you know what? He is right. Because I have a car. Whoever owned the car before me clearly had a dog. And I have owned this car for nearly 3 years, and sometimes I can still smell that dog. And I've had it like deep cleaned, like fully valeted. Mm-hmm. We keep an air freshener in there, and every now and then I'm just like, yeah, there used to be a dog in here. So I get you, Dean. I understand. Like, no, don't let dogs in the car, or like put them in the back in a. Yeah. It's not that I don't like dogs. I'm not their biggest fan. Like, it's fine. Anyway, and Sam's like in the car, like he doesn't know, like he's a liar who lies.
Yeah.
So they go to this motel. Dean's getting something from a vending machine. I'm surprised at how like normal he's acting after like a year in purgatory of like remembering how stuff works.
Well, so he is like staring off into space into this vending machine. That is one of the things that was like, oh, that's a little odd.
Yeah, that's true. You're right. Oh, this flashback.
Yep.
So there's like two young boys like being like pow pow with like toy guns, like, ha, you're dead, no way. But yeah, you're right. Dean staring into the void of the vending. I mean, who hasn't done that? This is a regular occurrence for me.
Too many choices.
Too many choices. So I want a Snickers. I don't want peanut M&Ms. I don't know. They both contain peanuts. It's such a hard choice. Anyway, we get a flashback. There is a zoom in on his face. It's so good. It's I love stupid flashbacks. Dean's in purgatory. He's running.
I do like the ambiguity of like, is he chasing after somebody or is somebody chasing after him? Like, I do like that, like little.
Yeah, that's pretty good. Like, and I think that's kind of the metaphor of purgatory as well, is that like you're always being chased or doing the chasing, or simultaneously. He's chasing some guy. The guy stops. They do a little fight. I'm so bad at describing action. They do a little fight. The guy he's chasing is a vampire, and Dean is kind of like holding him against a tree, asking him questions.
Where's the angel?
I love that. Don't know why. Super hot. And the vampire's just like, it's you, the human. Dean asks again, like, where's the angel? And the vampire's like, I don't know. So he pins into the tree with this like big cool knife he's got. Like, I can't even describe it. It's a big cool knife that he clearly has made. And then like he beheads him. And then another vampire comes and they do a little fight. And then Benny appears because Dean is losing this fight quite badly. Benny appears and kills this second vampire. And then he looks at Dean all vampire-y. That is basically what happens in that flashback. Yeah. And I'm sorry I described it poorly, but that is what happens.
So this is where he gets his purgatory weapon. That's what you're supposed to get out of this.
Oh, I thought it was when he met Benny. I was like, it's a meet cute.
It's both. It's actually both because he gets the bone,
the bone thing,
obsidian blade. I'm guessing it's obsidian, but because it kind of looks.
Yeah, that makes sense.
From the second vampire, and then he meets Benny. Yeah, it's the most violent meet cute I've ever seen.
I mean, I play a lot of video games, so yeah.
They're still at the hotel, and Sam and Dean are talking to each other in the hotel room, and Dean is looking very, very spacey right now. Like he can't really orientate himself to having a bedroom, essentially.
Yeah. So I noticed this, I actually wrote in my notes, because he's sitting on the edge of the bed here, and then later in the conversation, he's like sitting on the floor.
Yeah.
And it reminded me of that bit from, what's that Tom Hanks movie? Castaway?
Castaway?
Or
is it Saving Private Ryan?
No, the one with the like football head.
Oh yeah,
where
Castaway.
He's on an island by himself. Yeah. There's a whole bit in Castaway where he gets found, and then he like can't sleep in a bed because he wasn't used to it. And I think that's the whole thing they're doing here.
Yeah. And I think it's, I made a joke about telling war stories earlier, it's because this is exactly how like a war movie kind of goes. And like, I've also read tales of like people who have been at war and are again used to sleeping on the ground or like sleeping sitting up, which is exactly what Dean is used to.
Yeah.
Like he probably slept against trees, essentially.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So that's why he's sitting like that. Yeah. And Dean is nervous because obviously he's not used to sitting still too. He's used to always having something after him. So he's asking if they can just go hit the road.
Yes.
And Sam's like, what now? Like, it's kind of weird. And Sam's like, kind of brushes it off. He's like, well, the kid survived a year without us. Like, he'll be okay for another 12 hours. You know, and like, besides, when's the last time he slept? And Dean's like, So he's like, oh, he kind of brushes it off. It's like, nothing.
Yeah.
Is that how you rationalize taking a year off? People will be okay. It's like, yeah, Dean, that's an absolutely fine reason to not do something. They will be okay.
Oh, yeah, for sure. I agree.
And Sam even says, people were okay, Dean. You're okay. And like, he's like, wow. But Dean, you're not going to tell him that you're not okay. That's the problem.
Oh, no.
You can't have this attitude and not talk about how you're feeling. They need a supernatural therapist.
And like the thing is, we've gone through this before. Sam would understand. He spent that whole time in hell. Dean, you spent time in hell. You both have that in common. You both understand what it's like to get trapped somewhere that's pretty awful for an extended period of time. Yeah. Just talk about it, man.
Just talk about it. Just talk about it. It'll be fine. Like, just say the words. The words are not going to hurt you. The feelings will pass. Sit in them for a minute and then let them pass.
Yeah.
Okay? Right. So, moving on.
Yes.
And Sam says, look, I did what I promised to do. I moved on. I lived my life. And Dean's like, yeah, no, I get that. Like, I'm getting that. It's like, and Sam responds saying, look, it wasn't like I was just oblivious. I read the paper every day. I saw the weird stories, the kind of stuff we used to chase. And you just said, not my problem. And Sam says, yes. And you know what? The world went on. And Dean's like, well, people died, Sam. And Sam, I am actually fully on Team Sam in this episode.
Yeah, okay, fine.
Fully. Just because he's giving a reasonable response. I mean, in terms of supernatural, not a reasonable response. But a very reasonable response of being like, people die all the time. Yeah. And they killed somebody in this episode by being involved. So,
yeah, they sure did.
Two people died because of them. 2 people. In this episode.
That's true. 2 people. Yeah. I feel like if they did their like net save to losses, I don't know. I think they might even out, you know.
Honestly, it might be tipping towards the others. I mean,
all those demons they killed that were humans, you know.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, but then they did technically save the world, so do you count all of that? I don't know.
I guess so.
But would it have, who knows? Anyway. So yeah, this is where Sam said, I realised that it wasn't only up to me to stop it. Dean gets butt hurt over Sam finding a girl.
Yeah.
Like, the thing is, okay, I'm sorry, I'm going to go again.
Go for it.
Sam is being somewhat honest, right? Saying that, no, I didn't. He could have lied. He could have said, oh yeah, I looked for 6 months and I couldn't find you. And that was it. But he's actually being truthful with Dean and saying, no, I didn't do that because I didn't know what to do. This is a completely new situation. Like, you're off into another plane that I had no idea where you went. Like, Dick just doesn't.
Exactly.
Like, Dean's just not open to the fact that Sam is telling the truth. And I think it's because Dean can't see it.
Yeah, because I know Dean hooked up with Lisa, but he did try and like get Sam back first. I think that's why he's annoyed, because he's like, oh, it's fine if he'd settle down and quit, but you should have looked for me first. I think that's the issue, not the fact that he like quit. Yeah, that's actually secondary.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And so Sam is vague about the girl. He says there was, and then there wasn't. Literally, there wasn't until like 2 days ago.
Yeah, like okay. I'm sure they do another flashback about this. But I'm like, what was the situation and then him leaving Amelia? I can't remember. Yeah, I think they do meet her back up again at some point. Yeah.
Yep. So it's a little bit later on, and Sam is now sat on the bed, and Dean is now sat on the floor with his back against the bed. Sam is still trying to justify that, like, the choices that he made, just saying like, look, I didn't just drop out. I found something and something like I've never had. And this is where we find out about Amelia.
Yes.
He talks about how their like meet cute was, and he's like, what, did you drop peanut butter in her chocolate? And I was like, is that supposed to mean something?
Yeah, I know. I thought that too. I was like, wait, I've never heard that turn of phrase before. Yeah. It was kind of gross, though.
It was. I get it, because it's supposed to be like, I don't know, like a Reese's peanut butter cup or like a Snickers or something.
Oh, okay, fine, yeah.
But like,
I really want a Snickers.
Still weird. Not Snickers, whatever. I don't like peanut butter. Payday is the other one that's chocolate.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Peanut butter. And Sam just says, I hit a dog. Dean looks affronted by this.
Yeah, fair.
And he's like, I knew I smelled dog. And he's like, I knew, like, the tone shifts in this are like, they are in the middle of a sibling fight, absolutely.
Yeah.
So when they have like moments of levity, it just feels really weird. And this was definitely one of those moments where it's just like, what? Because Dean goes on to say like,
hey, the rules are simple, Sam. You don't take a joint from a guy named Don, and there's no dogs in the car.
And then Sam just turns around and says, what about you? What about you? And he says, what about me? He says, look at you. You still got that look. You're shaky. You're on edge. What was it like? Dean says, you wouldn't believe me if I told you. And like,
he for sure would.
He would, yeah. Like, it's not, Purgatory was not that outside of the realm of possibilities.
Yeah.
Like it wasn't like there was some, I feel like the empty is something more that would be harder to explain.
Oh, yeah.
Than Purgatory.
And again, they have both been to hell and remember it. Like, I feel like you could describe Purgatory.
Yeah. Because even when he describes it, when Dean describes it, he just says it was bloody, messy, 31 flavors of bottom-dwelling nasties.
Mm-hmm.
Hell most days felt like 360-degree combat. I guess it's the next line that what he says of like, but there was something about it there, or something about being there that he feels like Sam wouldn't understand.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But even then, not a good description. And also, I think that Sam would understand because Sam knows Dean.
Yeah. I don't know if Sam would get the like purity of Purgatory as they talk about it in the same way that Dean does. Because I feel like Dean has this really specific like issue of feeling like he needs a purpose, right? And his purpose given to him by John was to fight monsters and protect Sam, right? And he protected Sam by going to Purgatory. And then literally he feels like he's fulfilling his life's goal by just killing monsters. You know, there's something like no rules. I can just go for it. I don't have to worry about anything else other than hunting. Mm-hmm. There's no extra issues here. Maybe Sam would understand. I don't know. It's a weird one for me. Because I don't feel like Sam maybe would have reacted in the same way, or it would have taken him longer. I don't know.
Yeah, Sam would be out there trying to make alliances.
Right, yeah. He'd be talking to people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He wouldn't be full on battle royale immediately.
Yeah. I think that's the difference, for sure.
But Sam would accept Dean's point of view in that. Like, he wouldn't expect Dean to make alliances and try and, I don't know, make a better situation out of it all. You know? Yeah,
exactly. I don't know. I do think Dean thinks he doesn't understand me. All right, he almost definitely would. Mm-hmm. They know each other really well.
Yeah. And even, like, because there's a voiceover of Dean as it flashes back into Purgatory. And he says it felt pure.
Yeah.
But it goes into he and Benny making a deal. What about that is pure? Like, it's, and like this is the part that Sam wouldn't understand, I think, but he also would. He also would completely understand because he worked with Ruby for an entire year to get powerful enough. So like they've been through enough experiences that anything that they could tell each other, they would be able to accept.
Yeah, he'd be like, "Oh, you did what you have to survive."
Yeah,
like honestly,
yeah.
It's so silly that he keeps Benny from him for so long. I guess it's because he like let him out. He thinks Sam would maybe go kill Benny. Because that's what he would do, right?
Yeah.
But I don't think Sam would.
Nope. He would trust Dean's judgment.
Yeah. I do like the whole Dean-Benny relationship. They have this kind of brothers-in-arms vibe going on.
They do, yeah.
You know? Mm-hmm. Where they clearly admire and respect each other and have been through a lot together.
Yes.
It's good. And I really like it.
I do too. Yeah. It was at the end of this episode that I completely remember, like, I was like, oh, I forgot all about the Benny subplot. And like how he starts to struggle and all that.
Mm-hmm. It's good. It's really good.
I feel like season 8, from the bits and pieces that I remember, is very much just like people dealing with trauma in the worst way possible.
Yeah, this whole season's about that. Yeah. I'm so here for it.
Yeah, me too. I'm excited.
It's therapy, yeah.
So we're back to the very end of the flashback we just saw.
Yeah.
So they're starting a new conversation, and they come to a deal that Benny knows a way out, but it's only for humans because humans are not supposed to be in purgatory. Mm-hmm. And that he'll help Dean get out, but he has to get out at the same time, which is what we saw at the beginning of the episode. Dean sort of negotiates the deal to then also find Cass. Why do you think he just calls him the Angel? Is he trying to mask that he cares for Cass, or what? Because calling him the Angel is like, I'm trying to hunt the angel rather than like I'm trying to find my friend.
I think it's two things. I think first of all, it's an easy identifier because Cass is the only angel in purgatory. Mm-hmm. And secondly, I think if they knew that... See, I didn't know if people think like this in purgatory. Like, they knew he cared about him, they would like use that to their advantage to like trap him. Mm-hmm. I also think he's super mad at him.
It could also be the Leviathan knew who Cass was because they were inside Cass, right? Is that the same for every single soul inside of purgatory, that they know who Cass is because Cass took them on? And therefore he's just saying the angel so that people aren't like, oh, this bastard, the guy who ripped us out of here and then like put us back in.
I mean, yeah. I do also think that like, I do honestly think that he's just super angry at him for ditching him when they first got into purgatory. To the point that he can't say his name. Like,
that's more deep.
Have you ever been that angry at someone? Yeah. Like, I have. Yeah. I think that's mostly it. Like, taking away any personal relationship with like, I just need to find him, whether he's gonna like punch him in the face or what. Like, you know, I think that's for us to decide until they actually meet up again. Because we think he's gonna just like punch him.
That's true. That's very true. So then it ends with, well, hey, either you're in or you're out, because that's what he had told Benny had said to him first about getting out. So then it's the next day, and they have located Channing, and she's telling them that the last time that she saw Kevin was a year ago, when he had stolen the car and was on a mission from God or something. Her roommate says, oh, that was like my friend Adam. He got addicted to Adderall and got perfs. I've never heard someone say perfs. On his SATs. So totally worth it. Same thing. So like this guy went crazy. Obviously interrupting, two older teenage girls rant about some dude.
It's impossible.
Yeah. And Sam's like, look, Channing was, we know Kevin was here. And she's like, no, he wasn't. And I was trying to get her to tell him where he is. And she says, I hate Kevin. I wouldn't protect him. And Dean was like, oh, I thought you had a thing. And she's like, yeah, when he was going to Princeton, like appearing real shallow that like, just because he was incredibly smart and going places, that was the only reason why. Dean just says, wow, just like that. And the roommate's like, yeah. But it's like, they're not at a prestigious college either. They're just at a state college.
But it used to be it's very old fashioned, but it used to be a thing, right? That people would say you go to college to get your MRS, right? So you go to find someone to marry, essentially. And I think that's the mindset they're putting onto these girls. But like, it's very, no, I've never met anybody like that. That's all I'm saying.
Yep. Sam and Dean are walking outside and they're like, well, how are we going to find him now? Because like an Asian kid, yay high, at a college, yeah, that's going to be easy. Like, I don't know how I feel about that. It feels a bit... It's true, but it feels a bit...
I know, right? Because you're like, oh, yeah. Like, the diversity in our class was quite large, I feel, when I went to university. So, I don't know how I feel about this comment either.
Like, Dean, you didn't go to college. Like, you can't say anything.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then back into the dorm room with Channing. She is now talking about, like, online dating for... this is the comment that you make. Because she's like, okay, there's this guy... Kyle, he's Jewish and I'm pretty sure he has an Asian thing.
Yeah, that's not great. No.
Like, Jeremy Carver, we might have to have a word about these two little comments here. That this feels very
Yeah, I saw a really interesting article on this. It's been a while since I read it, about basically like positive discrimination, that you can't also just assign positive traits to a specific group either, because it just gives people expectations that's not true. And also, like, it also puts the group as like a homogenous group of people, where like they aren't. Everyone's an individual and have their own individual traits. You can't just like ascribe a trait to a group of people. It's kind of super weird to do. I think that's why it makes me so uncomfortable. And
like it's a fetish thing as well. Like I don't like that.
I agree.
It's no, just go for the person, please.
For sure.
But then Channing's eyes turn black. She turns around and kills the girl to talk in a chalice bowl and says,
"The prophet has not yet shown his face to me. But you should know, Dean Winchester is back."
Why are they still doing this? Can she not just call Crowley on her mobile phone?
Honestly, that's a good point.
Is it just for the drama?
I think it's just for the drama. Well, so does hell get a reception?
Right? Well, but we know Crowley just walks on. Like, you think that Crowley wouldn't have like some person stationed on Earth to take his calls? You know, a secretary.
Yeah.
That then they can like efficiently do your blood bowl to hell. You know.
True.
Here are your messages, sir, in the blood bowl. So this demon over here said there's something going on. The Dean Winchester's back. That that was the thing she said. Oh, totally. Like, I don't understand. I feel like it's just not efficient.
No.
And I feel like Crowley's all about efficiency.
Yeah, but then it's also is there enough time to do the the telephone chain?
Yeah, I guess it is instantaneous, I suppose. I don't know. I just feel like, it's for the drama. And also, it's much less likely that they're going to get caught as demons if they just start killing people to do their blood bowl.
I know, it was a weird choice to choose a roommate, of all people.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, Channing dies at the end of this episode, so, like, it doesn't really matter. But, like, it's still weird.
But what if they, like, saw about it and then, I guess, this time, right? They think that they're going to get it sorted in the time frame that Sam and Dean won't figure it out. But I don't know. Just cool. Email. You don't need to sacrifice people.
Yeah, right. I feel like Rowena would have internet and telephone service.
Right. I feel that. I feel like you could, with a magic spell, phone her in hell. When she's Queen of Hell, I feel like Sam can be like, boop, 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 boop.
Yep. Absolutely.
Yeah. So Sam's sat outside on this campus using his laptop. A dog barks and he gets a flashback.
Like,
I'm sorry, but
so dumb.
It's so good. They couldn't think of any way to do this, so they did it this way. And it's quite a dramatic flashback. Sam barges into a vet's with a dog that he's hit with the car. I mean, to be fair, if he hit with the Impala, it's going to be pretty bad. He's real cut up about it. He's got like blood on his face. And he's like, it just came out of nowhere. They're very judgy for someone who hit a dog. Because I do feel like if a dog just runs in front of your car, it's very hard to hit the brakes in time. Like, you can absolutely try. Of course you can try. But he's done the right thing. He's picked up the dog and taken it to a vet. It's not like he's just left the dog there.
Right, exactly.
And they're extremely judgy. Like, I get it. I do, because it's bad to hit a dog. But, like, I'm saying, they do I've never had a dog run in front of me, but I have had a deer run in front of me.
Me too.
You know?
Toad my car.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Exactly.
Yep.
Yeah. So, yeah, he's the same kind of deal. There's a nurse there, or like, she's like, oh, you know, the doctor's coming, but I'm not sure. And he's like, you're an animal hospital. You save animals.
So,
he's like panicking.
How close in time do you think this is from him losing Dean? Because I feel like this is why he's so frantic of like, you save people. Like he's projecting from himself of like, this is what I do. Like, why don't you do the things I do?
I feel like it's not so much like losing Dean. I feel like this happened very close to him making the decision that he wasn't going to hunt again. I don't know. Maybe that's explained later on as well. But yeah, I think it's quite early on into the year.
Yeah.
Because he's got like no one to help him. He's freaking out, you know?
Yep.
The vet, Amelia is a vet.
Yes.
It's like, can you escort him out? And so I'm just like, I did this. It's really dramatic.
It is.
And like I'd feel bad too, and I do like dogs. I would also feel bad. It probably would be this dramatic, but it's really funny to see it on screen. I don't know why. It's like, It was me. I did this.
I took this dagger and hurt this dog.
Yeah,
it's like
exactly.
No, it wasn't that. It wasn't that dramatic, Sam.
Mm-hmm.
It was an accident. Accidents happen, but like he doesn't have anybody to be like, yeah, it's fine. It was an accident. Like, because they're not like I said, they're really judgy about it. I'm just like,
I don't think like they'd be judgy if you went to the vets if you'd taken an animal that you'd hit, because you're trying to do your best after an awful accident, right? So yeah. Anyway, he comes back to himself. Dean sits down with a plate of food and he's like, "Don't judge me. I've got nothing there." Sam gets his food, but he doesn't eat it. Does he also give it to Dean? Is that what happens here? He gives him his other food.
So Dean comes, but he doesn't have any food. He's just coming back from his investigation. Doesn't have any food.
That's right. Sam ordered food for Dean. It's like a peace offering.
Yeah,
that's right. I remember now. Yeah, so he's happy. He's got a burger. Sam's been looking through the campus security archives. How?
I do love this entire bit. Like, it felt so funny. I don't know what it was. I think it was just like Sam being so proud of himself that he hasn't forgotten how to do all of this stuff.
I know. It's CSI Miami levels of ridiculous as well.
Yeah.
Because there's like a security footage of Kevin wearing a baseball cap, and it's like zoom enhanced situation where it's like, oh, that's clearly Kevin.
Yeah.
Dean's like just having his own moment with that burger while he's explaining all this. Oh, I get that way about Cadbury's cream eggs sometimes. Like, oh my god, so good. And I don't even like them that much. It's just there's something about them that's really sasatisfying. I don't know if
you just have a moment like, everybody shut up. I'm enjoying
it. I need to eat this.
Dude, it's a burger. It's a treasure.
Also, to be fair, he hasn't been able to eat burgers for a while, even before he went to Purgatory, because of the whole turducken situation. He was having to eat like bananas.
I mean, okay, I don't know if this will be brought up in season 8, but like, where did all of that go?
It just fizzled out, I guess. And they're showing that by Dean eating a burger on screen. It's all good now. Everything's fine.
I guess. Yeah, I mean, that makes sense. Because if Sam is ordering it, he knows that everything's been cleared up.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Though how does he know? I guess he said he was reading newspapers.
Yeah.
So it's all good.
He was checking that Geothrive had fallen through because the Leviathan CEOs were all gone.
That's true. Yeah. Like the company collapsed. Yeah, Sam does this whole thing. Like, I think it probably all makes sense, but like, he basically found all of what Kevin was doing on the computer while he was here on the campus. And he found out he'd been at a coffee shop. Like, okay. Because even Dean was like, I don't understand it. And I was like, I don't understand this. And he's like, it's a coffee shop. So, okay, fine. In Iowa. I don't know how far away Iowa is from Michigan. I'm going to guess far. So they go to a church in Iowa. And Dean's like, a church? And Sam says that they went to the coffee shop and that the person working there had seen Kevin coming in here for a few months. He just noticed like, it's Sam and Dean Winchester, open up. And Dean gets out his lock picks, and then the camera switches to be inside the church, because we see them enter that way in, and Kevin just like sprays them
in the face with borax.
Fine, if they're Leviathans, like, good, but yeah, they're not.
I was gonna say, how would they know? But obviously they can tell it's cleaner. But like, why is Kevin more concerned with Leviathan over demons?
Maybe it's a holy water borax mixture.
I was gonna say, yep, that's exactly the same thing.
I feel like he's smart that way.
Yeah.
Bless that borax. They're like, stop, Kevin says, what happened to you guys? I love Dean's answer. I don't even know. It's so funny to me. He just says, Cliff Notes, I went to Purgatory, Sam hit a dog. Like, it sums up this season so well.
Yep.
And Kevin just says, well, like, for real? Do you want some towels? So they go through the church. They can see that Kevin's got all this, like, stuff to protect himself. And when Dean asks who taught him it, he's like, God? They're like, oh, he taught you how to trap demons. And he's like, technically, yes. They ask what happened when he got kidnapped. And Kevin goes, wow. And there's a flashback. We're on, like, 4 now. I think it's 4.
Yes. Yeah. So, flashback number 4.
We're on 4. Yeah. So we see a flashback to the warehouse. Kevin is wearing the same suit he was wearing at the end of season 7, but he has a haircut. I don't know why they didn't just put him in a wig for this one scene and then have a haircut in the next scene. I don't know. But because it's a bit jarring, and they even had to have Crowley make a point about it. But because Crowley says,
look at you. Haircut, manicure, pedicure. Like a new penny.
And Kevin just says, will there be torture now? So Crowley explains to him what he wants him to do is read the tablet, except it's a different tablet that he has. Essentially. That's all we know for now. Dean asks, there's another tablet? And Kevin's like, yes.
What was the point in that flash? It was a flashback just to be like, to cover the fact that Kevin had a haircut? Because like, there was actually no point in that flashback, because he could have just said that there's another word of God and that Crowley took him to a warehouse.
Yeah. It was just to cover the haircut. It's okay.
Okay. I think so. And there's also padding time.
To ask about this other tablet, because Dean asks how many tablets are there, and he's like, I don't know, I became a prophet a year ago. And he explains to them that this is the demon tablet. This is very important for this season.
Yep.
The whole point of it is the demon tablet. So we flash back again, 5th flashback, to the warehouse. And it's Kevin like trying to read the tablet and struggling like he was with the Leviathan one. And he's like, oh, is it hot in here? And Crowley's looking after him, but also getting annoyed, in his way that he does. He goes, turn it up to the other demon. Kevin says something about hell gates, and Crowley's like, talk to me. Again, back at the church, they're talking about hell gates with them. And Kevin's like, there's one in Wisconsin. The tablet told me how to open it, and there were ingredients for a spell. Another flashback. Kevin preparing something. Demons bringing him ingredients. Crowley on the phone. When he asks where he is, he's like, Wisconsin at the Hellgate. And Kevin goes to finish his spell. He lights a match and drops it. And they just go like...
Time stops.
Yeah, time stops.
Yeah.
So we get Dean being like, what? And he's like, no, it's fine. We go back to where they were. And this is forever now called, and they use this a lot, a demon bomb in Supernatural. So he manages to get rid of all the demons, and they are like fully extinguished, like their bodies burn up too, which I don't know how good that is, but okay.
I mean, is it any different to the knife? At least that way you don't have bodies to like bury.
That's very true. It's quite convenient. I don't know why I love this so much. I'm like Crowley in the field being like, men!
Surrounded by goats.
The goats made it.
Yeah.
It's so good. Yeah. So Kevin legs it as well, obviously. So back at the church, he's like, yeah, so I told him I was doing this thing, but I was reading from a different chapter on how to destroy demons. And Dean's like, you son of a bitch. So Kevin says he has the tablet safe, but he won't tell them where, which is so smart.
Yes.
My guy.
Yeah.
Don't trust them either.
Nope.
And Dean says, okay, would you manage to read anything else? And Kevin says, only the stuff about closing the gates of hell forever.
I love how dramatic he is.
He's so dramatic. We love Kevin.
Yes.
So he explains it would banish all demons from the earth, lock the way for other. And he's like, that's important, right? I kind of wish, as much as I love Kevin, I kind of wish he'd been like a teenage girl, like a Valley Girl accent, like Elwood style. Like it's hard.
Right.
I don't know. I just think, yeah.
Yeah,
I think that could have been so good. Yeah. Anyway. So Dean's like, yeah, that's important.
And that is now Dean's motivation for the rest of the season.
Is in fact it. Oh yeah, I'm dealing with his war trauma, but like it's cool. He's okay with that. He's used to it.
Exactly. So Sam and Dean go outside of the church and are having a little kiki. Because he says, okay, if this kid is right, he's sitting on a bombshell. Hell, he is the bombshell. And Sam is not convinced. Says there's no way that Kevin makes it out of this. Like Sam is the only one who's actually cares about Kevin as a person.
Yeah, I guess so. That's why it's so tragic about what happens.
Exactly. And Dean's like, well, yeah, he's doing all right. Like, look at him, he's fine. Sam's like, yeah, well, he got out. So, I mean, Sam is also projecting of like, he got out. Like, let's leave him be.
Yeah.
Leave me be, Dean.
Yeah, leave you alone, man.
And Dean's like,
and now he's in it, whether he likes it or not.
So, free will, that's only for you?
oh.
Scathing.
Yeah.
I said the same thing when he said that. I was like, oh, man. I mean, he's right, though.
Yeah.
Dean's a hypocrite. Like, we know he is. Yeah.
Right, because even Dean's justification in this next bit, because he says, I can't believe what I'm hearing, Sam. We have this opportunity to wipe the slate clean. We take Kevin to the tablet. He tells us the spell. We send every demon back to hell forever. Every bastard that destroyed our lives, killed our mom, killed Jess, which I thought was real cruel to bring up.
Oh, yeah.
And you're not sure? It's like, yes, because Sam is not looking at it from that perspective anymore. Because he found something to live for.
Yeah. And also, like, why mess with the status quo right now? You know? Like, right. Crowley's being Crowley. They've got Kevin, so they can't read the demon tablet. But, like, why pursue this big changing thing when that never goes well for you?
Yep.
You know? Or for Cass. Cass was trying to do the same thing, right? Sorting out heaven by taking out... That ended so well. We're going to try something like that again? Are we sure?
Right. Like, look what happened when you guys went to the actual Hellgate. You got all of the children of Azazel killed, which for good or for worse, I don't know. But they also got Sam killed, which led you all on this whole journey to where you are right now. So, like, messing with planes, never a good idea.
Alone. Stay in your lane.
Yeah. Like, as much as you like to think you're a god, you're not.
Oh.
So, I don't know. So, the church is still somewhat, like, functioning, because there's enough pews for Sam and Kevin to be on different ones, and they look pretty in good shape. I mean, again, it's telling, because Sam goes and apologizes to Kevin for, like, not coming after him.
Yeah.
And Kevin sort of lets it go, kind of, or it doesn't really address it, because it says, you've been a hunter since you were a kid, right? It says, yeah, mostly. And Kevin just says, ever since I realized I was a prophet, it's just hard to believe that this is actually my life.
Yeah.
And Sam, like, consoles him, kind of. He also lies to him, saying it might suck for a lot longer. But it gets better. No, it doesn't. When has it ever gotten better?
Sam? Yeah. When's it getting better, Sam?
You literally were saying at the beginning of this episode that this life has killed everybody in your family. Like,
yeah.
That's exactly what's going to happen to Kevin.
And it does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Because he says it gets better, and Kevin turns around and says, I'm not gay, right? And it's because of that whole campaign that they had, where the whole thing of, like, being bullied because you're LGBTQ plus.
Oh yeah, that one. I forgot the like It Gets Better campaign.
Yeah.
I mean, in that context, yes. In this context, it doesn't work.
No, because I mean,
but that does, Kevin's response does make more sense. That I completely forgot about that whole thing.
Yeah, me too. Because when he said that, I was like, yeah, we know you're not gay. Like, what?
Yeah, from the 2010s. I can't remember who like did the project.
I don't remember. Yeah. Like, we're not saying that like you're in a supernatural situation. You're not just living your normal life.
So yeah, that came about in 2010. That campaign, the It Gets Better campaign, and like that's a really worthwhile cause. I feel like
it is. It definitely is.
I'm not sure they should be using it as a joke here, but okay.
I mean, again, Kevin's trying to bring levity to a very heavy conversation.
That's true as well.
Yeah.
And the fact that Sam is outright lying to him about that actually happening. Yeah.
Yep. It's funny, I had to see it in writing for it to actually click what the joke was supposed to be. Yeah. Sam is trying to convince Kevin to go through. Though I feel like that was Kevin's plan all along, but it would just take him longer because he doesn't know where to get the ingredients from and doesn't have the resources that Sam and Dean have.
He does not need their help.
He doesn't. Not really.
No. Just barging their oar in when they don't belong.
Exactly. Yep. Sam sort of gives out the plan of basically if we wipe all the demons free, like clear, like no demons are going to be after you anymore. But he doesn't specify other monsters. He just says demons because he knows that there are other, like the angels will come after him next. Like, yeah. It is strange that no other angel has come for Kevin at this moment.
They're like decimated though.
Yeah, that's true.
Right?
They probably yeah, that's true. And Kevin just says, I guess I just don't see how I get from here to there. And Sam tries to like reassure him, says, I used not to be able to see it either, but there is a way. And Kevin just asked for like 5 minutes.
I feel like this is Sam trying to convince Kevin, like you're saying, to do something that he's already going to do. Like, oh, you have to try, like you have to keep going. And I feel like Kevin was already doing all of this without your like input. It does annoy me a little bit about it. It's a bit condescending. Yeah. Because
why else was Kevin searching online? He was probably trying to find the ingredients that he needs. And that being supernatural, it's stuff like the bone of a righteous man, like we were like in the last one, you know. It's things that he has no knowledge of how to acquire, and has no knowledge that these things can exist. So like it should really be Kevin dictating how this goes, but Sam and Dean, being older, have just decided to be quote unquote the adults of the situation, but like they're not helping.
Yeah.
This is the one time that you have to actually let a kid do the kid things.
Yeah, exactly.
So as Kevin walks off, Dean is like standing in the doorway watching this whole conversation, and then it just does a flashback to the vet again.
Not another one.
And this is one where I was like, I don't like Amelia. This is not a good introduction of a love interest. Honestly though, like I know he says he hit a dog, but we can't actually see the woman that he left behind. It was just like a woman with dark hair. But both of those women have dark hair.
Yeah. That's true. It could have been the nurse.
It could have been the nurse. The dog is going to be fine. Yes. And she basically guilt tripped him into staying for the dog.
Yeah.
And like says, you know, don't you think you're responsible? And Sam says, why do you think I brought him in here? And the vet turns to her aide and says, Roberta, can you hand this man his trophy on his way out, please? Maybe if you were such an upstanding guy, you wouldn't have hit him in the first place. Like, what is that? That's not funny. Yeah. That's not
funny.
Endearing. That's just mean. And I don't like that it's a woman saying this because it makes me feel like she's a bitch, and I don't like calling other women bitches.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Like, The thing is, as well, they're like, oh yeah, take this dog. Like, how sure are we that he doesn't belong to anybody locally?
Right.
Like, are you just stealing some guy's dog because you hit them with a car? That's not how that works.
No. And like, she just claims that it belongs to nobody because probably it's not chipped. But like, not all dogs are chipped.
I feel like there's like a grace period here that you like have to wait for someone to come claim that dog.
Right. And then Sam just says, fine, I'll take him. But like, the thing is, he could be lying. You have no idea. Yeah. He could have said that he hit this dog, but actually is the leader of a dogfighting ring or something. Like,
exactly. They have no. This is not what happens. This is not what happens at all. No. Like,
and the fact that I think that's the problem of it. It's just I know this is supernatural, okay, but this is not realistic.
I think it would make sense if it says like, well, come back in 2 weeks when you can claim the dog and we'll see how much you care. Like, she could have said something like that and it would have been in character.
Yeah.
Yep.
Anyway, so we're back in the present. So Kevin joins them and the floorboards start to shake and crack and the devil's trap gets broken. And Dean's like, we have company. And he hands over Ruby's knife and he pulls out his purgatory weapon. And Sam's like, what is that? That's so cool.
How did he possibly not see that before this point?
Right?
It's like, huge. It's like forearm huge. Where was you hiding that, Dean?
I swear that the weapon shrinks and grows. Sometimes it seems really, really short. Sometimes it seems really long. And I don't know. I feel like there's a dick joke. There is definitely a dick joke in there. But like when they're doing all this fighting, it seems really, really short. But then there's other times where he like I think of the outtake where he's like swinging it above his head. Like, and like that seems like it's like a leg length.
Yeah.
So
my question: does it get destroyed in this season, or does he lose it? Because why does he never use that again in other seasons? Because it's the weapon he's like most familiar with. You know,
it must get destroyed, right?
Something must happen to it. We'll see.
Or it becomes like special. Oh, he doesn't want to use it.
I don't know. Yeah, maybe it's on his wall. I have to look in the bunker to see if he like put it on the wall. I don't know now. Yeah.
So two demons appear and they make jokes.
I really enjoyed this. I don't know why.
Yeah, 'cause Dean says, Spanky the demon. Yeah, I heard about you. You're the one who uses too much teeth.
I'm so surprised they got that through like censors.
I mean, if you don't know, then you don't know.
I guess so. Yeah, you're right. Like it's yeah. That could go whoop right over your head.
It could. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I don't know what else that is referring to, but like
I couldn't possibly think.
I was listening to With Teeth Too Young, so yeah, no.
Yeah.
9 Inch Nails album, by the way. Just throwing that up. It's not some like
not anything else weird. Yeah.
But they did make a Sasha Grey reference earlier, so if you're paying attention.
Exactly. Yeah.
They start fighting, and then Crowley appears.
Oh yeah.
And Crowley has Channing in tow, and he says,
Dean, you're looking... Well, let's just say Purgatory didn't do you any favours. Where's your angel?
Ask your mother.
He will eventually.
It's quite funny. That is.
She doesn't come in this season, right?
I honestly cannot remember.
Yeah, no, I can't either. I feel like it's later.
I feel so too. Yeah, I'm going to say season 10.
I feel like that's about right.
Yeah.
Feels right. Crowley then turns to Sam and says, Moose, still got the pork chops. I admired that.
I love that as well.
Yeah.
Like I've never heard them referred to as pork chops. I've heard mutton chops, but I've never heard those like sideburns pork chops. But it's kind of right because like mutton chops you like grow out and it doesn't really grow those out. So good.
Kevin calls out to Channing to like tell her to join onto their side, and Dean's like, "That's not her anymore." Crowley says, well, an awful thing to say. Of course it's Channing. Last time we danced, you stole my tablet and killed my men. Tell you what, come with me now, bygones, and I'll let the girl go. Obviously thinking that Kevin is naive, and he is in terms of dealing with Crowley, but not really, because he was also with Crowley for a substantial amount of time.
Yeah.
Again, adults trying to adult, but like not letting Kevin just actually trust his knowledge. Yeah. Because Dean says he's lying. You won't get Channing back. She's probably dead already. And it turns out Channing is still there, but like, I love the fact that the thing that Kevin says is, there's a demon in you and you're going to your safety school. And like that, like, I feel like the what is about her safety school, not the fact that there's a demon. And then Crowley like brings back the demon in Channing. Kevin decides to sacrifice himself. Of course he would. That he'll go for the girl, and then like, but that ends like no fighting, no nothing. It just ends. So as they were fighting, Kevin was watching them and like was really disturbed by them just like killing these people.
Oh yeah, because
he turned like, Dean says, "I can't let you do that, buddy," and Kevin turns to Dean and says, "Or what? You'll kill me?" Like,
yeah.
Kevin's already gotten the vibe that Dean doesn't like monsters.
Yeah, right. He's he's just a no good dude to be hanging around with.
Yeah, and again, they don't trust Kevin because he says, "I'll go grab my stuff," and he walks off.
Yeah.
Basically, like, they have a little bit of a riffraff, but not really. They just have exchanging words. But Kevin is taking a moment, and so it cuts to Crowley and Channing like walking through a door. And Kevin has basically Home Aloned this place. Which obviously they did, because it's Kevin.
Of Kevin, yeah, of course.
Because he pulls a string and like a bucket of water falls on top of both of them, and they're like screaming. No. And he then tells Sam and Dean to go run.
Yeah.
It then cuts to Sam, Dean, and Kevin in the car, and like as they drive, I don't know where I've seen this before, but it's a really like famous shot. Like they do it a lot. They're driving and it sort of slows down, and Crowley tells Channing's demon to find another vessel. And as they drive by, you see Crowley like patting his face and like twist his wrist, and you see Channing's neck break.
Yeah,
and she dies.
It's sad. They do. I actually wrote this thing. So like the slow-mo of the car and then the zoom they do into Crowley was just like cinematic.
Yeah. Peak.
It was peak. It was peak. I loved it so much. I mean, it's sad that Channing dies, but that is possibly the most dramatic death. Like with that slow-mo. Wow. I don't know. I can't. Yeah. Only on Supernatural.
Only. So where was the saving people hunting things, Dean?
Yeah,
what did you hunt?
Where was it saving her?
And where was it saving? Nowhere.
Yeah. They just never try to exercise anybody anymore.
No.
You know?
No, I feel like they had an opportunity as well. Like when they were waiting
they did.
For Kevin. Because like, I feel like Kevin had enough booby traps that he probably did have a tape recording, but he doesn't know that part. I don't think that's in the tablet.
No, he doesn't. Yeah. And like they did try and sort of like lunge for him, but then like Crowley made the knife, he did like heat metal on
true.
Sam and he dropped the knife.
That's right.
To like show his power, but like I don't know, I feel like they could have done something more. But it's sad. Also, if you know, I mean this is like for their next time they think about this. If you're looking for someone who's being hunted by demons, would you not at least like try and test the people that you question when you are looking for him?
You would think so.
Like, oh, maybe the people in his peripheral are demons. I don't know. It's just they don't think things through.
No, not even a little bit.
No. Yeah, poor Kevin. I feel sad for him.
And it gets worse from here.
Yeah. Okay, so they're at a gas station. It's daytime. They escaped. Dean's phone rings. He's like, oh, wrong number. It's so obvious. He goes, automated jackass. Anybody want anything? And like, they don't. Like, he looks back at Kevin, and Kevin's just like, sad Kevin. Sam asks how he is, and he's just like, oh, you know, awesome. The king of hell just snapped my girlfriend's neck. How about you? I mean, if anyone would understand, it is Sam.
Yep. Yeah.
They should trade trauma. They should trauma dump on each other and become best friends.
Yep.
So Dean's, you know, again, really harsh. Yeah. He's like, oh, sorry about your girlfriend, but the sooner you get this, the better. You're in it now, whether you like it or not. That means you do what you gotta do. And he's like, I'm hitting the head. All right, cool guy.
Yeah.
I like to think that like Sam had a little chat with Kevin while Dean was off doing this thing.
Yeah, like ignore that man. He's having a bad day. He hasn't slept in a year.
Yeah, he's got his own issues. You should have seen his last girlfriend. So Dean like does this little sneaky phone call because obviously, because who gets a wrong call in the middle of a show who it's not someone else? And Benny's like, there he is. I don't know why. But somebody like, oh, there he is. It's just so like flirtatious to me, and I don't know why. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, anyway. And Dean's just like, how did you get a phone? And then we cut to see Benny. He's in a cemetery, like at a funeral. I don't know who the funeral was for. I was confused by this.
Isn't it one of his family members? Like, is one of his descendants?
Oh, that would make sense. Fine.
I think.
Okay.
Or like one of his descendants are like there. Maybe it's not like is a family because it focuses on a woman for a moment.
Yeah, I assume that was probably like someone he knew, but it was just like a bit weird. I don't know. Maybe I think it might again explain that later, but I'm not entirely sure.
I think so because it's been 50 years, so it probably is somebody he knew. Yeah.
So 50 years from 2010 is like the 1950s, 60s. But he's explaining about phones. He amazingly picked up super quickly the phone thing. Dean says, oh, you know, it must be a hell of a lot to take in. And Benny's like, well, you know, mostly it's the choices, you know, there's so many choices. And he looks at the funeral. And Dean says, you know, not to beat a dead horse, but what we did down there is what we had to do. I don't regret it for a second, but, you know, maybe until we both adjust, like, maybe we shouldn't talk to each other for a while. Yeah. And Benny's just like, well, there it is. Like, he knew he was always going to get, like, dumped once they got back up to the top side. And they kind of talk, like, Dean talks to him like he's almost like his sponsor, and Benny has an addiction, which is kind of true because he's a vampire, right? So he's addicted to blood.
One day at a time, just like we talked about, right?
And I think that's what they're talking about. Like, it's not just about the blood. I think it's also about being out of purgatory.
Yeah, it's the adjustment.
And Benny says, you know, I think you had it right. You know, purgatory was pure, and I'm kind of wishing I had appreciated it more, you know, like you. And Dean doesn't really say anything. He's just like, you know, if you need me, call me. And Benny says to him, like, keep your nose clean too, brother. And I'm like, yeah, that's it.
That's the end. That's the end of the episode.
That is the end. So, yeah. I love Benny as a character. I like his arc in this season. It's good.
Yep. It kind of makes me mad that, again, hypocrisy is just rampant, right, within Dean.
Yeah.
Because Benny will have a blood addiction because of his nature. Sam had a blood addiction brought on by somebody else.
Yeah.
And yet he will have more sympathy for Benny because of what they experienced together, even though he has way more like experience. I mean, clearly, I know there's a reason, you know. Dean was supposed to save Sam over and over, and he feels like a failure for the addiction that Sam ended up having versus he's got nothing to do with Benny. Like, this is... But, like, it just makes me mad. It makes me mad.
I think it's interesting because, like, on one hand, you're like, oh, Dean gained a lot of understanding about, like, monsters and, like, adjustment to life and, you know, stuff like that while he was in purgatory. And on the other hand, he still treats Sam like shit.
He does. Yeah.
For, like, feeling those same feelings. It's so interesting. I feel like sometimes maybe it's easier to be sympathetic to like someone you don't know as well as your family.
Yeah.
And I think that's the case here.
It's almost like the expectations are there, like much higher for a family than it is a stranger. Like, we were raised by the same people. Why don't you have the same values as me, kind of thing.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly right. And especially with Dean and Sam, because they were both raised by John.
Right.
You know, who's just dysfunctional in that way. Whereas like Benny's a vampire, so he kind of has no expectation of Benny being good.
Yes.
But like he has been, so he wants him to be. You know, it's quite because it's quite got a lot of depth. You know.
Yeah. I really like. I know I've been pretty harsh on Dean in this episode, and like it's not changed my. I will still love Dean till the end of time. Like this season's not going to change that. But like, I guess the frustration for me is that this season it is so interesting with all the dynamics and like relationships and everything that gets put into the season, that a lot of it gets thrown away eventually too.
Yeah. That's it. I mean, and like I said, season 8 is the peak of Supernatural. Like, I feel like all their issues, everything they've been trying to say in the other seasons kind of comes up here, you know, of like being hypocritical while dealing with trauma and not treating people the same way you treat yourself, or like having family expectation on you and not wanting to go. All that kind of stuff gets brought up in the season. Yeah. And that it does feel a little bit like, oh, you didn't expand on that though, did you? Yeah. Later on.
Yeah. No, not at all. Yeah. So just going back on something that we had said earlier in this episode of like messing with planes usually messes things up. I feel like that was one of the lessons that the writers learned then decided in a really horrible twist to like I'm talking season 15, to then leave the world as it is, and that's why we end up with the last episode. But like, no, because you have somebody who is so like or is above it all, that if Jack made those changes, it would actually be for the better because he is outside the story. Yeah. So
it just reminds me of what Captain Picard said.
Of course.
And I live my life by is there's a really good episode, and the end of the episode he says, you just have to know that you can try your hardest and still not win. And I'm like, yeah, that's Supernatural. Like that's the season finale. I really felt that. I was like, they tried hard, they worked so hard, and they still didn't win. You know? Yeah. There are still monsters, there are still people who, like, they didn't manage to save everybody. They ended up losing each other. Like, that's what happened. It still makes me feel sad. Yeah. It still makes me feel sad. Yeah. But I mean, this episode was great. I think maybe 10 flashbacks. I stopped counting. Oh yeah. It was a lot. Yeah, it was a lot. But it's kind of necessary, I guess, to get like where they're coming from in this season without doing, like you said, like a load of exposition. Like I can forgive it. It's okay. And the character development in this episode is really good. Yes. I think I think it's all good all the way through. And we get Kevin back. And yeah, it just builds into next episode. Next episode is a full story episode. It's going to be good.
Yep. And yeah, the next episode is What's Up, Tiger Mommy?
Which is Linda Tran.
Yes.
Yes. Of course she's in this season. How foolish could I be?
It's okay. There are a lot of people in this season. Like, this is when they start to gather people.
Yeah. Yes, they do. There's a lot. If you actually like look at the characters list when you look through now, you're like, oh, it's a lot of people. It's so nice. A lot of people. Yeah. A lot of people I recognise. My friends that I know.
It's a sense of comfort.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Yeah. I think I've said enough.
Me too. I agree. We'll go into it more in the next, like, 20 episodes.
22 episodes.
22, wow.
23 episodes this season, so...
I'm glad it's a long one.
We've got a lot to go through, and there's going to be lots of changes, and... yes, it's going to be fun. I enjoy it. Okay. So, at the end of the episode, we'd like to thank the Pixel Agora again for his amazing logo art, which is all about this season, like I said.
Yep.
And if you'd like to get that, you can get it on a coaster from our Redbubble store, or if you want to come and talk to us about Season Great. We are all over the socials on Tumblr, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, other places. Just search Escaping Purgatory Podcast or Escaping Podcast on Bluesky.
So this week we crawled our way out of somewhere, met up with a few new friends, and then got real angry at them. But hopefully next time we can find our way out. Bye.
Bye.